Sri Chaitanya, this is Uma Shankar, All India IT Coordinator. Welcome to Season 1 of JEE Max Series 2. That is JEE Main Advanced Extreme Series. Through this series, we are concentrating concepts, problems, shortcuts, assignments, and tests of the chapter Ellipse. And today we are concentrating lesson number 7. So far, we have completed lesson number 6 successfully in Series 2. And of course, my friends, please don't forget to check the description. There I'm providing all the previous lessons of this particular ellipse along this video. And from lesson number 5 to lesson number 6 and even coming lesson also, I have been focusing on the standard results. So far in lesson number 6, we have completed some of the standard results. Now today we are concentrating standard result number 8. This is another most beautiful result in ellipse, and as a bit again I'm telling all the standard results, formula point of view they are important, and shortcuts point of view they are important, and the statement itself they may ask as a bit in the competitive examinations. So if you have practiced the steps behind them, and if you are following those ideas and methodologies, then you will get the complete awareness and knowledge on solving this kind of problems, if any, in other topics also. Because these are all are the conceptual problems. Because as far as my experience is concerned, in every chapter, concepts are finite, problems are infinite. So here I'm giving the concepts. Here I'm explaining the concept, the beauty of the problem concept, and I'm giving simultaneously the hint as a problem. But my suggestion would be you please put everything on paper with help of that hints and get this result properly, and simultaneously by heart them. Now, read the statement. The chord joining the points alpha and beta to the ellipse subtends right angle at a comma 0. Have you seen the point a comma 0? It just like one extremity of the what is called major axis, isn't it? So sometimes they may ask the question like this: the chord joining the points alpha and beta to the ellipse subtends a right angle at one extremity of the major axis, or major axis, then tan alpha by 2 into tan beta by 2 equal to minus b square by a square. That they may ask. That means the situation is maybe like this. See, this is the ellipse given for you. Okay, and this is about the chord, or this is about the chord you take. This is p of alpha, and this is q of beta you consider, and this is my capital a comma 0, and the chord it is making an angle 90 degrees here, and here the angle is 90 degrees. This is the situation is given for you. See, my friends, though it appears like some chord cutting the given curve and making an angle, not that it is the concept of application of homogenization, because it is not the center, it is not the origin. That's the main important point. Here is the angle only. So here angle APB or PAQ, angle PAQ is 90 degrees. Here angle PAQ is 90 degrees. That is the only point. So what to do? Product of the slopes, you find slope of AP and slope of AQ, and product of the slopes you find it and you multiply them, you will get the answer. What is P of alpha? I can write A cos alpha. That is, this is my P of alpha. You can take A cos alpha, B sin alpha. And my Q of beta is equal to A cos beta, B sin beta. These are my alpha and beta. So this is my capital A, say A comma 0. But very clearly it is given that angle PAQ equal to 90 degrees. So slope of PA into slope of AQ equal to minus 1. What is slope of PA? Slope of PA, you find it 2-point formula. That is B sin alpha by A cos alpha minus A into, that is slope of PA. Similarly, that is B sin beta by A cos beta minus A equal to minus 1. You simplify this. You simplify this, simply you will get the answer, because 1 minus cos alpha equal to 2 sin square alpha by 2. 1 minus cos beta equal to, you know that 1 minus cos alpha is equal to 2 sin square alpha by 2. 1 minus cos beta equal to 2 sin square beta by 2. And moreover, sin alpha equal to 2 sin alpha by 2 cos alpha by 2. Apply all these results, you will get the answer easily. It's a very simple question, I think. So please try to note down the hints. Here the hint is like this. So here what I'm saying, what I'm taking, my P of alpha is like that, my Q of beta is like that, and capital A is equal to A comma 0, and this is given for you, PAQ is 90 degrees. So product of the slopes is equal to -1. You consider that as product of slopes is equal to -1, and you find slope of PA and slope of QA, and you simplify. For that, you apply the formula 1 minus cos alpha and 1 minus sin beta. Enough. Okay, this is another important formula. Say what kind of questions, as usual, I am asking. If alpha and beta are any 2 points on the ellipse, okay, then on the ellipse x square by a square, x square by 9 plus y square by 4 equal to 1. Then what is the tan alpha? And and the chord makes an angle 90 degrees at the vertex of the ellipse. Then what is tan alpha by 2 into tan beta by 2? If they ask the question like this, immediately your answer would be what? Minus b square by a square, that is what? Minus 4 by 9. You can write answer directly. Like that questions, without wasting the time, they may ask in the competitive examination, we can write, we can solve the problems in that way. Clear? Otherwise, the problem becomes very lengthy for me. This is the concept behind the problem. Now, coming to standard result number 9, see. The locus of poles of normal chords of the ellipses. The statement, single line. Locus of poles of normal chords. That means polar is a normal. Polar is a normal. That's all. So, for the ellipse, if polar is normal, find locus. That they are asking. See, you know, this is my ellipse, and let PH comma K be the pole. So what is polar? Hx by a square plus ky by b square equal to 1. If this is normal, then what could be the locus of? You know that if Lx plus my plus n equal to 0 is normal to the ellipse x square by a square plus y square by b square equal to 1, what could be the condition? You have a formula like condition for normal, condition for tangent is c square is equal to a square m square plus n square, like that. You have a condition for normal that I already mentioned. You apply that, then automatically you will get the answer. Here I am giving the brief steps. Listen. So here I have taken this as my pole, and this is my polar. And since it is normal, apply this condition. This is the condition. Condition at which what? Lx plus my plus n is equal to 0 is normal to the ellipse. What is the condition? Condition at which Lx plus my plus n is equal to 0 is normal to the ellipse. What is this formula? This is the formula at which the line Lx plus my plus n equal to 0 is normal to the ellipse x square by a square plus y square by b square equal to 1. What is the condition? You have to practice. Now my job is very simple. A square by L square. L square means this is L square plus b square by m square is equal to a square minus b square by n square. This is my n square. Simplify that, you will get the answer. Simplify that, you will get the answer. So easily you can get it. So be careful. So the single line statement problem, the locus of poles of normal chords. Again I am telling, instead of normal, it is there in your syllabus. They may state the same statement in this way. Locus of the point where the chords passing through the points meets the ellipse, and at the extremities of those point of intersections, if tangents are drawn, then the line which passing through the points of those tangents is a normal to the ellipse, then locus of the point is. There I have not mentioned anything regarding the pole. So indirectly, the statement tells that it is nothing but polar of ellipse becomes the normal. Because what is pole and polar definition? Suppose this is an ellipse and this is any point. Through this point, I can draw infinitely many number of chords. Suppose this is the chord which intersects the ellipse at 2 points. Draw the tangents at the extremities. Draw the tangents at the extremities. Then the line which passes into the point of intersection of these tangents is nothing but what? Polar. And the point itself is called what? Pole. These are the definitions that already we know and we studied in our previous lessons. Again, I am applying the same thing. The same result you can also expect even in a coming chapter, which is hyperbola. They are already told, just you replace b square with minus b square, every standard result. So far we have derived 9 results. All these 9 results, again, they holds good in hyperbola chapter also. The only difference is just you replace b square with what? Minus b square. Enough. This is one of the beautiful result, and moreover, this result is even very, very important for all competitive examinations. Now coming to result number 10. Yeah, this is somehow a lengthy result. Here, I am not solving the problem entirely, but I am giving the idea only. Because if I have explaining all the problem, it takes only the minimum 10 to 15 minutes time. So to avoid that risk, here I am giving the beautiful hints. First, read the statement properly. P be any point on the ellipse whose ordinate is y1. P be any point on the ellipse whose ordinate is y1. Then the angle between the tangent at P and focal chord through P. See, the angle between the tangent at P and focal chord through P is, they are asking. That means, just draw the diagram very carefully. Here, suppose this is any point P. And this is the tangent. See, P be any point on the ellipse whose ordinate is y1. The angle between the tangent at P and focal chord. Focal chord means the chord which passing through focus. Focal chord means the chord which passing through focus. Through P. So this is the focal chord. This is the focal chord. So what they are asking? The angle between the tangent and the focal chord. So they are asking me to find this angle. So this is my focus, AE comma 0. And suppose this is my point, I take this as A cos alpha or A cos theta, you can say, because you can say A cos alpha comma y1, because y coordinate as y1 is given. Ordinate means y coordinate. And first what I am doing is I can find the equation of the tangent at A cos alpha comma y. Thereby I will get this point of intersection. Let it be P dash or Q, say something. Now this is one line and this is another line. You find slope of SP and you find slope of PP dash. If slope of SP is M1 and slope of PP dash is M2, then you know it very well. What is the tan theta? Tan theta is equal to M1 minus M2 by 1 plus M1 M2. Apply this formula and simplify, you will get the answer. Okay. So here it takes time. The most important point is now what I am doing is, see, I am giving the hint. This is my point. Let P A cos alpha comma y1. This is my point where my ordinate is y1. And my focus, this is AE comma 0 that I have taken. And the focus be the focus, P dash be the point of intersection, the tangent at P to the x-axis, because this is the tangent and if it is drawn and it meets the x-axis at P dash. So you find what is equation of the tangent. X1 by a square plus y by 1 by b square equal to 1. After simplification, since it meets x-axis at y equal to 0, therefore you will get the coordinates of this as a by cos alpha comma 0. Now in your hand 3 points are there. One is P. So my P is A cos alpha comma y1. My S, that is AE comma 0. My P dash, that is A by cos alpha comma 0. 3 points are given for you. And moreover, angle P S P P dash is some theta because that is the angle that they are asking. Now tan theta, you know the formula. Tan theta is equal to m1 minus m2 by 1 plus m1 m2. You just simplify that. Substitute all the results and simplify that. You will get the result. And even in that result also, if it demands, you please replace b square with a square into e square minus 1, or a square with b square is equal to a square into 1 minus e square, something like that, because that is the relation between eccentricity and length of the major and minor axes. So after simplification, only the point. See here what I mentioned, what I find here, my m1 is slope. M1 is m1 minus m2, slope I have y1 minus y2 by x1 minus x2. Here m2 is similarly y1 minus y2 by x1 minus x2. We want to substitute all these things in this problem. And now the problem is now converted into the trigonometric relation problems. Simplify that. You will get tan theta as b square by ae y1, and you will get the answer. This is one of the lengthy but standard question. So with this also they will ask sometimes, suppose they will give, let 2 be the ordinate of the any point on the ellipse, and on the ellipse x square by a square plus y square by from x square by 4 plus y square by 3 equal to 1. And it's the same thing. Then for what is then angle, if theta is the angle between the tangent at P to the focal chord through P, then what is the tan theta? Immediately you know it very well, what is B and what is A and what is E, and you substitute y1, you will get the answer very directly. So this is one of another standard result. Please don't forget. Please complete the problem and solve the problem in detail on paper and simultaneously practice the result. Now coming to 14th result. Yeah, this is read the statement properly. The angle between the tangent and the circle. See, this is the universal problem. Here I have given a circle versus ellipse. Sometimes I may give ellipse versus parabola, ellipse versus hyperbola, or circle versus parabola, or circle versus hyperbola. Any two second degree curves I may give. So this is the general problem, though, and moreover it is a linked problem, and one way it is an application of calculus also. Here the most important point is, whenever this type of questions are given for you, what to do, the standard mechanism is you first find the point of intersection. For to find the point of intersection, what to do? Solve equations 1 and 2. If you solve the equations 1 and 2, you will get a point of intersections. Of that, you consider just one point, let it be P, and find differentiation and slope of the tangent. That means differentiation. Find dy by dx equation 1 and differentiate equation number 2, and differentiation at P you find that is slope is m1, and differentiation of the second curve and find slope at P, that it be m2. And if you know m1 and m2, and if theta is the angle between the curves, then what is tan theta? m1 minus m2 by 1 plus m1 m2. Apply that, you will get the answer. So this is the standard technique. But here the beauty in the question is you will get the symmetric points. That's why you never get any confusion also. So see, suppose this is my equation of the circle and this is my equation of the ellipse. What I am now solving, I have solved this. Thereby I will get 4 point of intersections. The point of intersections are like this: plus or minus a into root of b by a plus b, comma plus or minus b into root of a by a plus b. How to get it? What to do? You just multiply second equation with 1 by b square. You just multiply second equation with 1 by b square and subtract. You will get x. After finding the x, you find y in substitution of equation 2. So after getting x, automatically you will get y. So let my point P be, you take only one point, a into root of b by a plus b, comma b into root of a by a plus b. You consider this as your P. Now what I am doing is, now differentiate equation 1 with respect to x. That is 2x by a square plus 2y by b square into dy by dx equal to 0. Therefore, dy by dx equal to minus what is that? B square x by a square y. You find slope of the tangent at P. That you will get that as m1. Similarly, you differentiate equation number 2 with respect to x. That is a 2x plus 2y equal to 0. 2y into dy by dx equal to 0. Therefore, dy by dx is equal to minus x by y. Again, you find derivative of the curve at P. There you will get slope of the tangent. Let it be m2. Once if you know m1 and m2 very clearly, then your job is very simple for you. Because if theta is angle between, if slopes of the lines are known to you, then what could be the formula? Tan theta is equal to m1 minus m2 by 1 plus m1 m2. See what I'm doing? I have taken this as my point and differentiate equation 1 and 2 with respect to x. So I found m1 at P, that is, this is my m1, and again I found m2 at P, this is my m2. Let theta be the angle between the tangents. M1 tan theta equal to m1 minus m2 by 1 plus m1 m2. You substitute these values, you will get the required answer. Therefore, theta is equal to what? Tan inverse a minus b by root of ab. Here, result is important. Moreover, the method is important. You try to adapt that method. Because, of course, here circle and ellipse is given for you. Sometimes ellipse and hyperbola they may give, sometimes ellipse and parabola they may give. Even in that cases also, this is the procedure. First, find the point of intersection of the curves, and you take at least any one point and find the slopes of the tangents at that particular point of intersection. Let they be m1 and m2, and consider theta be the angle between the curves. Therefore, tan theta is equal to m1 minus m2 by 1 plus m2. Apply that and simplify, you will get the answer. Okay, my friends. Now, coming to another standard result. Here I am not solving this result, but all these three results are important, 3 bits for you. Here, just practice this, just with the help of the diagrams only I am explaining. Okay, see, if Sm comma S dash M dash are perpendiculars from foci upon the tangents at any point to the ellipse. That means, suppose this is the ellipse is given for you, and this is S, and this is S dash. And what are Sm and S dash M dash? They are what? Perpendiculars drawn from foci upon any tangent. See, this is the any tangent. This is the perpendicular drawn from S, and this is the perpendicular drawn from S dash. This is M and this is M dash. So this is Sm and this is S dash M dash. Then the product of Sm into Sm dash is nothing but V square, where M and M dash lie on the auxiliary circle. Obvious. Obvious, not necessary even mention M1, M dash or lie on the auxiliary circle, because that is the definition of the auxiliary circle that already I told. Because the locus of the foot of the feet, the locus of the feet of the perpendiculars drawn from foci on any tangent to the ellipse is auxiliary circle, that already we discussed in our previous videos. But the question here is the product of the perpendiculars from foci onto any tangents is B square. That is important. Is B square. That is important. So if they may give question like this: x square by 10 plus y square by 6 is equal to 1. They may ask the question like this: find the product of the perpendiculars drawn from foci on any tangent to the ellipse is equal to dash. Simply you can write that answer as B square. So, the diagram point of view, practice this. This is very good property of the ellipse. And another, if the tangent at any point P on the ellipse meets the major axis at T. If the tangent at any point P on the ellipse meets the major axis at T. See, this is a situation. Suppose this is the ellipse. The tangent at any point P. This is the tangent. It meets the major axis at T. This is major axis. See, this is S, this is a capital A, and this is a capital A dash, and this is a major axis. This is any point. This is tangent. It meets the major axis at T, and minor axis at T dash. So, and moreover, it is T dash. Let it be T dash. Then C, Cn into Ct. Of course, here something has missed. Cn into Ct. See what is n? Of course, that is the maybe perpendicular from P onto this one. Then Cn into Ct. Cn into Ct or P dash and major axis at T and minor axis at T dash. Then Cn into Ct is equal to A square. Cn dash into Ct dash is equal to B square. Cn dash into Ct dash, right? Correct. So here Cn into Ct. Cn into Ct, this product is A square, and Cn dash into Ct dash is equal to B square. This is another result. And of course, next, third one. If CF is drawn perpendicular to the normal at P, and if normal at P meets the major axis at G, so that means, suppose this is the ellipse. CF is drawn perpendicular to the normal at P. That means, suppose this is a tangent at P and this is normal. And this is normal. This is normal. If Cn is perpendicular to the normal at P, and if the normal at P meets the major axis at G, suppose it is a major axis and it meets the major axis at G, this is say P point, and what is CF? CF is perpendicular to the normal at P. It is a line perpendicular. Okay. Where C is center. Suppose C is center. What is CF? CF is the perpendicular drawn from the normal. Okay. This is the situation. This is the situation. So listen very carefully. What is P? P is any point. And what is this? This is a normal at P. And this normal at P meets major axis at G. And what is the CF? It is the perpendicular from center onto the normal. Then PF into PG. PF into PG. This product into this product. The length product of these two lengths. That means distance between the foot of the perpendicular from center onto the tangent of P, or yes, and the distance between the point of contact and the point of intersection of the normal with the major axis, the product of these two things is nothing but B square. Actually, with the help of this, we can expect simple questions like if C is the center of the ellipse and CF is drawn perpendicular to the normal at P, P of the ellipse x square by something plus y square by something is equal to 1, and so that the normal at P meets major axis at G, then what is PF into PG? Then immediately you can write answer as what? B square. You just imagine the diagrams. If you have drawn the diagrams, you can get the answers very easily. Here only thing is, you know what is the equation of the normal, you know what is the equation of the tangent, you know how to find the foot of the perpendiculars, you know how to find the point of intersection of a line with the x-axis or major axis or y-axis or minor axis. If every point is known to you, only your job is what? Finding that PF and PG, that is distance formula only. After simplification, you will get the answer very easily. This is about result number 12. Now coming to result number 13. The ordinate capital Pn of capital P, A cos theta, B sin theta on the ellipse meets the auxiliary circle at Q. See my friends, here again, this is my auxiliary circle. This is my ellipse. What did it say? the ordinate Pn. So this is P you say, and this is ordinate. This N you take, and if it meets the auxiliary circle at Q, then the locus of point of intersection of the normal at P and Q is locus of point of intersection of the normals at P and Q. So see here what they are asking. Here we need to find the normals, two different normals. One is at P. That normal is for what? For ellipse. X square by a square plus y square by b square equal to 1. And another normal is at Q. That is for what? Auxiliary circle, which is x square plus y square is equal to a square. If P is a cos theta plus b sin theta, or a cos alpha comma b sin alpha be any point, then the corresponding point Q becomes what? A cos alpha comma a sin alpha only, because it is auxiliary circle. So equation of the normal at P, that is ax by cos alpha minus by by sin alpha equal to a square minus b square, that is equation of the normal. And equation of the normal at circle to the ellipse, that is y equal to tan alpha into x. You just eliminate theta, you will get the answer, or alpha, you will get the answer. Here I am giving the hint like this. See, this is my point on the ellipse. This is my point on the ellipse, like this. The corresponding point on the auxiliary circle is like this, because my auxiliary circle is x square plus y square is equal to a square. That's why my ellipse is what? X square by a square plus y square by b square equal to 1. So normal at P is what? Ax by cos theta minus by by sin theta equal to a square minus b square. That is what? Ax secant theta minus by cos cosecant theta equal to a square minus b square. Similarly, normal at Q to the auxiliary circle is what? X square y equal to x tan theta. Now your job is what? Eliminate theta from equations 1 and 2. What to do? Tan theta is equal to y by x. With help of tan theta, you substitute, you find secant theta and cosecant theta and substitute in equation 1. You will get the answer x square plus y square is equal to a plus b whole square. So this is one of the standard result. These are all are the basic elementary information which are we framed all these problems with the surrounding information of the ellipse and the fundamentals of the ellipse and the fundamental points of the ellipse only. Okay, my friends, this is 13 problem. I think if you like this video, you please share and subscribe and press the bell icon. You will get the notifications for coming videos also. Please don't forget to check the description. There you will find several things. Thank you, my friends. We'll meet with the next video, that is lesson number 8 of ellipse soon. Thank you.